Welcome to the Finer Details, a series where I go around all of the maps in Hitman 3 and just show off all the smaller details which might not have been noticed at first. Today we're looking at the ICA facility, and first off, if we go into this garage here and look above the bit you can climb through, on the wall there is the bottom number plate which says Colorado. Anyone who's played Hitman will know that Colorado is one of the future maps they added to the series. Also in that same garage, in the bathroom where the hand dryer is, there isn't paper towels. Instead there is a random piece of paper with a chart on that represents a log function. Not sure what log function though. Moving on to the boat, if you head into the area where the car's stored, over here in the corner on the pile of pallets there is an instruction booklet for how to build a Yaka Boat. Anyone who's shopped at ICA will know this is a resemblance to the ICA booklets you get with it. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be the one building this. Lots of pieces, lots of screws that could probably go missing, but very interesting nonetheless. Moving upstairs to the bar area of the ship, you'll notice behind the bar there are quite a few bottles. A lot of these are just repeat bottles that are used elsewhere with no real purpose to them. However, one bottle, this clear vodka bottle on the left, is often used again in a lot of other places, not just for display purposes, but also for interactable purposes. For example, on the next map, the ICA facility final test, there is an escalation where one of the objectives is to break into the safe and steal the contents. Going into the office where the safe is stored, you head to the safe in the back, and as soon as you open the safe you will notice that it is that same vodka bottle from before. So it's good to know that it's not just a creative brand for a visual effect, it's actually got a use to it as well.
Like that.
Going back to the boat, on the next floor up outside of Calvin Ritter's office, there are a couple of books on the table outside of his office. The top book has no real purpose, and neither does the middle one really. However, the bottom one, when you translate it, it comes out to The Merchant of Sapienza. Sapienza obviously being one of the maps we later get in the series, which at this point with the seasonal release wasn't known at the time.
Move away. You smell a bit.
Moving into Calvin Ritter's office, on his computer screen you'll notice a very interesting image which, if you play Hitman, will be a very similar sight to you. However, with the seasonal release this wasn't known at the time what this was. This isn't the only screen where it appears however though. If you head upstairs to the top deck of the ship, you'll find the control quarters and two computer screens which also show this same image. Anyone who knows this to be Sapienza and this particular site of the church, which is just outside the mansion. It's good to see them showing off the maps before they're actually released though. Moving over to the final test, on the table in one of the storage rooms you'll find this Vino magazine, which Vino magazine is actually a real wine magazine in Belgium. Moving up to the roof of the yacht, there is a chopper, and inside of that chopper there is a stamp. That stamp actually references IO. It's got the IO logo as well as the words Denmark Pacific, with IO being based in Denmark, and also the Game Award Association. This same stamp also appears on the final test mission inside of the security hut over in the corner. It's very interesting to see IO literally putting the stamp on the game. This one in the security hut does appear upside down however, so it's harder to make out, but you can still vaguely see the words IOI down the bottom part. That's all there is to show for this episode of the Finer Details. With the ICA facility naturally being a smaller map, there isn't going to be as much to see. However, I've taken a smaller look into Paris, and already there's a lot of interesting stuff that delves not just into the history of Paris and France, but a lot of other cooler smaller details. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.